Everything's fine. All right. 4 winners, 7 errors for Pegula. 11 winners and 12 errors by Rybakina. 4 aces. All of those were in the first game. Hey, what's up? We've got a doubleheader going on. Draper, Medvedev about to hit the court. And, well, they are on the court, sorry. And we also have Pegula, Rybakina on the court as well. Winner of Medvedev, Draper takes on Djokovic. I'm really interested to see how Draper backs up last night's epic win against Djokovic because, yeah, gotta be honest, I'm a little concerned about his gas tank, especially so quickly after such a great win. Emotionally, physically, how do you back that up? At least when he beat Alcaraz last time, he had like a full 24 hours to come back. This is like less than 24 hours. It was a physical, the Alcaraz match last year wasn't even a physical 3-setter. It was a weird 3-set scoreline. Yesterday's match was a grind. And Medvedev, he has not had to worry about anything this week. He's been very, very cruisy. So let's see. But also Medvedev hasn't played a seed. So maybe that might not help him either. He's been on court 4 hours. And Draper's match yesterday was 4 hours. I'm just kidding. That was like 2.5. But Draper also played a match against RBA that was like two hours as well. So Draper has spent a lot more time on court than Medvedev. All right, Pegula serving first in the comeback. Second set. Pegula did choose to receive. Well, yeah, look, I did say it was a bad idea, didn't I? I did say that giving Rybakina the first to serve first is not a good idea. So hey, look, okay, that was the first mistake. All right, return Rybakina goes wide and it's 30 love. Pegula, the queen of 3-setters, though. Let's see it. She did play a really good second set against Rybakina in the WTA finals. First set she lost, but the second set she come back and played well. So, yay. All right, forehand rally. Pegula slice into the forehand of Rybakina. Pegula forehand down up the line and it lands in. All right, 40 love. Great shot from Pegula. 40 love. Serve again. And the forehand Rybakina. Pegula with a one-handed slice backhand goes wide. That was just a reaction. 40-15. Serena talked about Hingis electing to receive, and Serena asked her if she was sure about that. That's such a boss move by Serena. I think I've seen that clip. It's really funny. Are you sure? Serena. Oh, that's goated. I mean, that's why she's a goat. Backhand in the net by Rybakina. 1 love. That's why we love Serena. All right, 1-0. By the way, Medvedev is going to serve. Draper also won the toss and elected to receive. You know why, though? I think they're probably electing to receive because it's at night. But it's not cold. It's still actually warm. Also, Draper's probably like, you know what? You serve, Medi. I'm not that scared of your serve. But like to Rybakina to give her the serve is crazy. I think letting Rybakina serve first or giving her the chance to serve first is crazy. Pegula, by the way, 4 wins, 2 losses when she's lost the first set. So not bad. She's come back 4 out of 6 times in this position. So that's not bad. 15 all here. Medi serving first. By the way, the Draper tattoo on show. Isn't that like a Bowie tattoo? I'm pretty sure, right? Something... Or something like Oh no, sorry. It's about being bold, I think. Has he actually talked about it? Or maybe not. Explains the meaning of his tattoo. Here we go. He wanted one when I was younger. He wanted one when he was younger. There's no real meaning to it. I just like it, bit of a nutter. Hey, I respect that. You know what? No meaning to tattoos. Be like, I want a lightning bolt on my arm. Also, it's on his left arm, which he's a lefty, so... So, like, that makes sense, right? I respect that. Tattoos because you like them. Why not? That's why I got this rose. I got this because I liked it. I'm like, oh, that looks cool. I want to get that. There's no meaning behind it. I just got it because I felt like it. Meaningless tattoos. Respect. 40 love. As Rybakina serves. A fault. Second serve. Medvedev holds, by the way, 1 love. All right, as that goes out by Pegula. And it's 1 game all. Rybakina holds. All right, back to Pegula. I think that's Pegula's brother in the stands. Yeah. Has to be. It has to be. I know she's got siblings. I think that's her brother. All right, 30 love Draper is Medvedev in the net. 40 love. Pretty sure. He looks familiar. The opposite, Vondi. She's mentioned all her tattoos have meaning. Yeah, I love that too. Hey, Linda, thank you for the 47 months. Appreciate that. All right. Love 15. As Pegula serves again. Into the forehand, Rybakina. Return goes long, and it's 15-all. As Pegula with an ace. 30-15. Also Draper 40-30. So he tries to take his first game of the night. Or the afternoon, the evening, whatever. As Pegula hits a winner 40-15. All right. As Pegula holds 2-1. All right. Two, 1. Draper's down break point now. Medvedev with the advantage. Medvedev to take the break early in this match. There's going to backhand return from Medvedev into the forehand of Draper. Medvedev backhand again to the forehand of Draper. Into the backhand of Medi. Down the line to the backhand of Draper. He goes cross court the forehand of Medvedev. Draper backhand again. Into the forehand of Medvedev. Into that Draper forehand. And Medvedev's there with his backhand. Draper goes down the line again. Medi goes back down the line to the forehand of Draper as Medvedev picking up the pace. Draper with the forehand on the stretch. Medvedev doesn't want to go to the net. He's allergic. As we get a forehand in the net by Medvedev and Draper survives. Maybe he should have gone to the net. Just to put some pressure on. All right. Two-one, Pegula. Rybakina serves another ace. Well, she's not going to serve the record of aces at this stage because she served 4 in the first game. She didn't serve 1 for the rest of the set. All right. Deuce as Medvedev tries to break early in this match. Back in from Medi. Into the front of Draper and in the back end of Medvedev. Medvedev hits it long and it's advantage Draper. As Pegula hits a return winner. All right, 15-0. Great shot from Pegula. There's a short backhand. Short backhand down the line. First serve's a fault, second serve. As Pegula return goes deep into the forehand of Rybakina. Pegula forehand again, the forehand of Rybakina. Rybakina overhits it and it's 15-30. Another little chance for Pegula. 15-30. Also, Deuce, Draper again. In my opinion, Sinner's overrated. What do you think? Disagree. All right, 15-30. Serving to the backhand of Pegula. Return goes in the front of Rybakina. Pegula forehand. Nope. Rybakina hit it long. We got break points for Pegula. 15-40, second set. And a break point for Medvedev advantage. All right, 15-40. Pegula with 2 more break points. Serve Rybakina. Fault. Second serve. Into the forward of Pegula. Good return. The forward of Rybakina. Pegula gets the break. Rybakina overhits it. As Medvedev, he tries to get the break too. Draper forehand. Into the back of Medvedev up the line. Slice goes in from Draper. Medvedev cross forehand. Draper gets it with the backhand on the stretch. Medvedev forehand down the line. Into that Draper forehand. Medvedev backhand again. To the Draper forehand. This is a rally. Forehand now from Medvedev. Goes cross court. Draper gets it. Medvedev forehand again. To the backhand of Draper. Up the line. That's a good shot. Medvedev gets there and it hits the tape. Goes in and Medvedev gets a break. And he says, sorry. Sorry. To love Medvedev breaks after a marathon rally. 24-shot rally. Medvedev breaks. And Pegula break. Suddenly a breakfast. I know, right? Breakfast. Breakfast is the best meal of the day. I don't care if it's important or not. It's just the best. It's just the best meal of the day. Agree or agree? Yes or yes, chat. I mean, breakfast has the best food. The most delicious food. I mean, you don't even have to go for cereal. You can go for eggs. You can go for bagels. You can go for pancakes. I mean, there's just so many options. If you want to get fruit, get a yogurt. You can get, there's so many options. Anyway, it's 30 love Pegula. Yeah, porridge. If you're into porridge. Porridge is delicious. I should have some porridge. 40 love Pegula. Nah, dinner. Hey, look, I love a pizza. and I love butter chicken. So, it's as Pegula holds 4-1. But I don't know. Breakfast feels like I feel like I don't know. Breakfast for every meal or dinner for every meal? I don't think I could have dinner for every meal. I couldn't wake up and eat pizza. I couldn't wake up and eat butter chicken. I could have pancakes for dinner. I could have breakfast for dinner. I don't think I could have dinner for breakfast. Three love Medvedev, by the way. My kids love when I make pancakes for dinner. Yeah. Because you can make, you don't have to make sweet pancakes. You make savory pancakes. You can make omelets. I mean, there's so much. Pineapple and pizza all day? Oh, well, you're just wrong, so that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't say that in Italy, though. You'll get arrested. Why do they schedule Alcaraz's match so late? Because if Carlos plays early, no one would watch other matches. Instead, by saving Alcaraz for last, they're keeping us all waiting. It's a strategy for the audience. Cool. Did you come up with that yourself, or did you ask ChatGPT? By the way, there is the buzzing bees in the house, the Alcaraz fans who are all dressed up as bees. I do love that. It's hilarious. Good callback. Good reference. Good reference. We love that. All right. Here we go. 4-1 Pegula. Who do you think wins these matches? I've got Pegula and I've got Medvedev, and I'm going to stick by that. I'm going to stand by that. By the way, where are those people that are saying, Cam, do you still think it's 3 sets? Do you? Do you still think it's 3 sets? Where'd you go? Do you think it's 3 sets, or do you still say straight sets? What's up? Why bees? I'm clueless. Medvedev with a win. I love 15. This is getting ugly. Norrie might have at least 5 fans. Yeah, and I tell you what, none of them are British because they disowned him. I don't know why. He represents your country and you don't even support him. It's all right. They're all asleep because they're not watching him. It's all right. All the British people went to sleep because they're not going to watch Norrie, right? Oh, Norrie. They might be watching Draper, but as soon as he finishes, they're out. They're like, Norrie. He represents your country. You don't even care. His 5 fans are all from his college. Or from New Zealand. 30 love. As we did a double fault Rybakina, 30-15 is love 30. Medvedev looks for the double break. Slice from Draper to the back of Medi, into the backhand of Draper. Sliced into the backhand of Medvedev. Draper forehand on the stretch. Medvedev goes cross forehand to the backhand of Draper. Again to the forehand of Medvedev. Draper forehand up the line. Medvedev forehand cross-court winner. Draper stops running. Love 40. Yeah, Draper, he stopped running after that point. I don't know if Draper's got the legs for this. Love 40. Do you think the Djokovic match affects Draper today? %. I've been saying it all day. Medvedev gets the double break. 4 love. I said in the preview, and I keep saying it. Yes, 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 yes. This is exactly what I was worried about for Draper. It's been 15 minutes. It's 4 love Medvedev. Like, as soon as he played that match last night, I thought, shit, how's he going to back it up against Medvedev? And the answer is, right now, he can't. Oh, you didn't watch the preview? Okay. Do people only watch the Eala previews? Is that what happens? When I make a preview about anybody else, nobody's watching. Then I make a preview about Eala, and everybody's got an opinion. But I make other previews, and everybody's like, "What? You made a preview?" Yeah, I made fucking 8 previews for every match of this quarterfinal. Yeah. 8 previews. None of them involve Eala, though. So, I mean, obviously, why? I'm sure there's people saying that, oh, you picked Swiatek to win. They'll watch the preview after the match. I noticed that a lot. There's a lot of people that watch the previews after the match, which doesn't make sense because they're a previewing the match. They're not a review. So like going to the preview after the match makes no sense because then you're like not gonna, you know what I mean? Like if you watch the preview before the match, then you watch the match. That's the correct order. Going back and watching the preview after the match, pointless. Absolutely pointless. I don't want to hear your prediction after the match. I don't want to hear it. I don't need you to tell me how correct you were after the match. I also don't need to hear how wrong I was after the match, all right? That lady's knitting, and I respect it. Respect the lady knitting. 30 all, by the way, Medvedev's in trouble. Respect. Wait, YouTube feeds me stuff from past days. Well, that's not my fault. I'm not YouTube. Anyways, Medvedev with a backhand winner, 40-30. I went to the tennis and I knitted. Good for you. Respect her. By the way, Pegula's got a break, but she's in trouble. There's a bit of 4-4 rally. Slice into the backhand of Rybakina. Backhand of Pegula. To the backhand of Rybakina. Pegula backhand up the line in the nets. 30-40, break point. Medvedev 5-love. Shout out to knitting, exactly. Shout out to knitting. I don't know, I've never tried it, but hey, look. All right, Draper. Yeah, he's definitely struggling. It's Pegula. Hits it into the forehand of Rybakina. Rybakina crushes the forehand, and we're back on serve. 4-3. 4-3. My guess is that Medvedev's at an 8.7 performance rating and 7.1 for Draper. Draper's at a 7.0, but Medvedev's at a 9.6. Medvedev is playing insane. 9.8 on the backhand from Medvedev. 9.0 on the forehand. 8.8 on the serve. Let's have a look at winners and errors. 2 winners, 8 errors by Draper. 9 winners, 4 errors from Medvedev. Medvedev is playing very well. Draper, when he's in attack, he has only won 1 point, and that is not good. Medvedev is stealing a lot of points from Draper in these rallies. And he's up 5-love for it. Chilling in the desert at night, maybe she is knitting a sweater. She's just getting prepared because it's a long night. Yeah, 9.6. I forgot to light the preview sometimes. Okay, that's okay. That's, yeah. All right. By the way, chat, I picked Sabalenka, I picked Noskova, I picked Zverev. Oh, no, I picked Fils. All right, I got a little bit. All right, look. I picked Fils. I'll take that one. I picked Sinner. I picked Pegula. I picked Swiatek. Swiatek's been the only upset of the day, right? Swiatek, I think, has been the only upset so far. I picked Medvedev and I picked Alcaraz. I think I picked Alcaraz. Imagine I picked against Alcaraz. That'd be crazy. All right. Love 15. Pegula trying to get that break back. Trying to get that break again. Cam, you picked Pegula in 3. Cool. Thanks for reminding me. And I stand by that. I stand by that prediction. Love 15. All right, Draper in trouble. 30-15. He serves an ace, though. That helps. 40-15. As Rybakina serves a fault. Second serve. We all wanted Feast to win. Yeah, I mean, look, I was optimistic. Zverev played really well, though. He just knew exactly what to do against Feast to get the win. 15-all. We're going to return now from Pegula. Goes in the net, 30-15. Draper holds 5-1. Medvedev serve for the set. Medvedev has plans for dinner, I think. He said, why 15 love? I think he has dinner plans. He's like, hang on a second, it's 6 p.m. I need to leave. I need to go get some food. Serve. Into the forehand Draper, return. Goes out. 30 love. All right, back end of forehand rally here is Pegula. Goes again, the forehand of Rybakina, forehand of Pegula. Again, the forehand of Rybakina. But Rybakina hits it wide, and it's 30-all. Pegula a chance to get the break again. Or a break point to get the chance to break again. As Medvedev drop shot in the net. We know Medi's doing well if he's hitting drop shots. Or attempting drop shots. 30-15. Medvedev serves a fault, second serve. Serving to the back end of Draper. Forehand from Medvedev. Into the forehand of Draper. Medvedev backing up the line. Too good. Medvedev's got set points, 40-15. As Pegula hits a forehand cross court into the forehand of Rybakina. Up the line to the backhand of Pegula. Goes down the line for a winner. Great counter punching from Pegula. 30-40. And had Rybakina scrambling. That was a great shot. Rybakina was like slipping all over the place. Yeah, she wasn't there for that. Medvedev serves a double fault, 40-30. Was that a second serve ace attempt? The hell? It's like a 300-kilometer second serve. All right, break point Pegula. 30-40. As Medvedev gets the first set, 6-1. Good serve from him down the tee. Second serve. Into the back of Pegula. Return goes to the back of Rybakina up the line. Too good, and we get to deuce. Rybakina too strong. Even Pegula's like, okay. All right. All right, deuce. Rybakina serves. As the return goes in, the forehand Rybakina, and she goes up the line again. Advantage Rybakina. Two massive shots. Medvedev, by the way, 9.5 performance rating first set. 7.1 for Draper. Medvedev with the 11 winners, 8 errors. Include the one double fault, which I think was that big second serve double fault. And 3 winners, 9 errors from Draper. Yeah, Medi's just too good. He's just been too good. Draper just doesn't look fresh at all. Medvedev's just like, all right, don't worry, I'll put you out of misery. We'll get this over quickly so then you can go eat some food. All right, back to deuce. But yeah, Medvedev just hitting winners everywhere. All right, advantage Rybakina with an ace. But yeah, Medvedev doing a great job with the backhand up the line. He's won 4 out of 7 points when he's gone up the line. Backhand cross court's been pretty good too. Forehand line as well. Again, just keeping Draper moving has been the key. You know, not giving Draper too many of the same shots. You know, not trying to just rally with Draper. He's trying to force Draper to run. Either go down the line to make him, go side to side or what. As Rybakina comes in net but can't get the volley. Great pass from Pegula, and it's back to deuce. Medvedev with an 8.4 first set shot quality, an 8.5 on the serve, 8.5 on the forehand, 9.7 on the backhand. And his returns weren't great, but everything else was, so that didn't matter. All right, Draper, 15 love. Medvedev backhand on the stretch. Draper forehand into the forehand of Medvedev. Draper forehand again to the backhand of Medi. Draper with a volley. Medvedev comes to the net with a forehand, but he misses the approach. Forehand to forehand rally now. Rybakina unleashing as Pegula with the backhand cross court. Now Rybakina's in trouble with the slice. Can't get it. Pegula gets a break point. All right. Not done yet. Advantage Pegula. To take the break and serve for the set. She had a break already. Serve. It's a let. You're keeping your dog awake. It's midday. She'd be awake anyway. Advantage Pegula. Serve in the back of Pegula. Return goes long. Great serve from Rybakina. And Pegula's just like, okay. Huge serve. Not much Pegula can do. 40-15, by the way. Draper to win the first game of the second. We get to deuce as fault from Rybakina, second serve. As Pegula returns into the forward of Rybakina. Oh, Rybakina missed it. Pegula's got another break point. By the way, Draper holds in a bit of a shake of the fist. He's not over yet. He'll fight. Great serve out wide. Pegula gets it back. Rybakina forehand. Pegula can't get it. Too good. Nothing you could do there. Rybakina is too good. As the backhand return goes wide by Pegula. And it's advantage Rybakina. By the way, chat, Rybakina is kind of like a Terminator. She is kind of like Sinner, right? In that way. She just like goes to the line, no fuss, just hits winners. She is lethal. 4-4 rally. As that goes to the net by Pegula, and it's 4-0. Pegula just talking to herself. 4-4. All right, back to Pegula. Big game for her here. All right, Medvedev with an ace, 30-15. 30-15 as he serves down the tee of fault, second serve. You can't get through there, can you? All right, Medvedev hits it long. It's 30-all, and Draper, he's jumping around. He's not finished. 30-all. Medvedev serves. Into the back of Draper. Return goes long, and it's 40-30. Soft-spoken Terminator, yeah. As Rybakina comes to the net with a slice, but it's in the net. It's 30-love Pegula. All right. 40-30 Medvedev. As he goes into the forehand of Draper, but Draper hits wide, and Medvedev holds. 1-1. As Pegula with a good serve. 40-love. 40-love. As the return goes out by Rybakina. Pegula 5-4. Good hold. Needed that. No, 5-4. Rybakina's going to serve to stay in the set. All right, backhand from Medvedev into the forehand of Draper. Medvedev backing up the line as Draper gets it back with a backhand into the forehand of Medvedev. Backhand of Draper again to the forehand of Medvedev. Into the forehand of Draper, shanks it. Long, and it's love 15. Love 15. All right, there's Draper. Too strong, 15-all. Draper serves again. As Draper forehand inside out. Good shot. Medvedev in the net on his forehand, and it's 30-15. 30-15. What's up? You want to say hello to him? What is it? All right, 30-15. As we serve again from Draper into the backhand of Medvedev. Return goes into the forehand of Draper. Medvedev backhand down the middle. Draper gets it back into the forehand of Medi. As Draper forehand again to the forehand of Medi. As Draper with the backhand now into the Medvedev forehand. Draper forehand goes cross court. Medvedev in the net. And it's 40-15. Draper to get the lead back. Hello. $40-15. And love 15 here for Pegula. As we serve down the tee, the return goes in there by Pegula. Too good. 15-all. As Medvedev backhand into the forehand of Draper. Medvedev backhand again up the line. Draper gets it back with a backhand cross court. Medvedev slices it back into the forehand of Draper. Medvedev slice again. Draper drop shot. Medvedev drop shots it back, and Draper's going to get that. But Medvedev with a volley in the net. Oh, I feel like that's the first time Draper's actually gone for the drop shot today. He did that so much against Djokovic last night. That seems like the first one. All right, 15:30 here. Pegula with a chance to take the set, but she, that's a massive serve. 30-all. Nothing you can do there. 30-all. As Rybakina again with a great serve. (40-30). And Rybakina holds 5-5 in the second. All right. All right, 15 love. Pegula serving again to try and take this lead. First serve is the fault. Second serve. All right. Nice hitting from Pegula. 30 love. As Medvedev serving at 2-1 for Draper in the second. Medvedev 15 love with the backhand as Pegula serves a let. Go on. Go get your toy. Go on. What's up? 40 love, Pegula. Ah! All right, 40 love. Pegula to get back in front. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Draper in the net on the return. 40-15. That goes out by Pegula. It's 40-15. Good serve, Medvedev. Short reply as Medvedev puts it away. And Medvedev 2-0. Levels. All right, 40-15 as return goes in by Rybakina. Great return. 40-30. And we've got Alcaraz taking on Norrie after this Pegula-Rybakina match. As moving to forehand to the backhand of Draper. Draper hits it long. It's 11-15. All right, Pegula serves. Another fault. Second serve. Rybakina steps in. Serving to the backhand of Rybakina. Into the forehand of Pegula. Rybakina forehand. Into the forehand of Pegula. As Rybakina forehand again. To the forehand of Pegula. To the forehand of Rybakina. Pegula. Forehand again. As Rybakina goes down the line. Slice Pegula goes in. Rybakina forehand. Pegula slice again. Into the forehand of Rybakina. Pegula guesses right with the pass. Oh, it's in the net though. There was a chance there for a pass, but it was too fast, too hard hit by Rybakina. Deuce. Draper drop shot in the net. 15-30. All right, nice serve, Pegula. Advantage Pegula to keep the lead. 15-30. Draper trying to keep himself in this. As we had a slice Pegula into the forehand of Rybakina. Pegula, forehand passing shot. Missed. Goes wide. And we're back at deuce as Medvedev with the backhand into the forehand of Draper. Medvedev forehand cross. Draper gets it with the backhand up the line to the backhand of Medvedev. Backhand again from Draper into the backhand of Medvedev. Crossed into the forehand of Draper. Medvedev backhand again to the forehand of Draper as Medvedev again to the backhand to the forehand of Draper. Medvedev goes again with the backhand, but it's in the net and Draper hanging on. 30-all. Pegula back to deuce. She serves. Out wide of the forehand of Rybakina. Return goes long. And it's advantage Pegula. Advantage Pegula. As Draper hits the winner and gets a 40-30. Pegula serves in the back of Rybakina. Return. To the back of Pegula. Rybakina forehand. Into the forehand of Pegula. Pegula in the net. Back to deuce. Feels like Pegula's hanging on right now. Draper with a fault. Second serve is Pegula forehand. Into the forehand of Rybakina. Pegula forehand again. The forehand of Rybakina on the stretch. Pegula backhand down the middle. Rybakina back in the rally, but overhits it. And it's advantage Pegula. Draper holds 3-2. All right, 3-2 Draper. Second set. As Pegula serves to get the lead back. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Great second serve, and Rybakina missed it on the return. And Pegula takes the lead again. 6-5. Rybakina's going to serve to get to the tiebreak. All right, 6-5 Pegula, second set. We've got Alcaraz and Naomi coming up after this in about 30 minutes. So stay tuned for that. And then we've got semi-finals tomorrow. Women's semi-finals tomorrow. Men's on Saturday. And then the finals are both on Sunday. So 6 matches left after the Alcaraz match until this event has been completed. And then we go straight to Miami. Straight to Miami. No break. Maybe a day break. Maybe. Pretty much. Probably not. Maybe. Probably not. Draper gassed is definitely more of what's going on. Medvedev's playing well, right? He's playing well against a guy who's gassed. But Draper's fighting better in this second set. In the first set, he just looked exhausted. But this second set, Draper's doing a much better job at competing. All right. All right, as Rybakina misses the approach. And misses the volley. My bad, not the approach. She missed the volley. Love 15. Draper hits a lovely passing shot. And he's at love 15. 20 unforced errors in this set by Rybakina. Oof. In this set. 7 the 4 Pegula return the net. 15-0. As Draper at love 15. Medvedev forehand into the back of Draper. Medvedev wins the point. Draper hits it out. 15-0. All right, 15-0. Rybakina serves again. Into the forehand of Pegula. Return goes in the back of Rybakina. Great shot. Pegula puts up a lob. Rybakina smash. Pegula's going to get there with another lob. Bounce smash from mid-court is too good by Rybakina. She put that away easy. Man, Pegula just need that lob to go a little bit longer. And that would have maybe been a tougher smash for Rybakina, but he just kind of sat right in the spot. Medvedev in trouble, 15-30, by the way. Yeah, that was just a perfect place for Rybakina to hit that smash. Good return. As Pegula slice on the stretch, goes the net. 40-15, Rybakina. So far, the women's semifinals are Noskova versus Sabalenka, and the winner of this ladies' match will take on Svitolina. All right, Medvedev, great hitting. Zverev, he's not here. He was here this morning. Smash from Medvedev. Draper gets it back. Medvedev forehand. Into the slice of Draper. Medvedev. Forehand inside out. Draper gets it with a forehand, but it's in the net. It's 30-all. And Pegula hits it long. All right. Rybakina holds, and we're going to a tiebreak. Who's winning the tiebreak, chat? Who you got? Who's taking this tiebreak? Pegula serves first. A fault. Second serve. Medvedev, by the way, 30-all. He's in a little trouble. And Medvedev hits it out 30-40. He's in a lot of trouble. All right, second serve, Pegula. Into the forehand of Rybakina. Pegula forehand again. The forehand of Rybakina. Into the forehand of Pegula. Rybakina forehand again. To the forehand of Pegula as they go forehand to forehand. Rybakina starting to take over. Pegula slice on the stretch. Rybakina, forehand approach. Up goes the lob by Pegula. Bounce smash from the baseline. Rybakina goes out. See, that was a better lob. It was deeper in the court. It was harder for Rybakina to get the angle to hit a good smash. And she hits it wide. All right. 1-love Pegula. All right, 1-love Pegula, but it's on the Rybakina serve, and she serves big out wide. By the way, Medvedev 3-0. He levels. All right, 1-1. All right, Pegula. So Rybakina serves. And ace down the tee. 2-1. Rybakina. Back to Pegula. Serve again. There's a fault. Second serve, Pegula. Into the backhand of Rybakina. Backhand of Pegula into the forehand of Rybakina. Pegula again with the forehand of the forehand of Rybakina. Into the forehand of Pegula. Rybakina. Again to the forehand of Pegula. Pegula in the net though. Rybakina too strong. And hitting the ball too deep. 3-1 Rybakina with a mini break. And Draper hits a lovely forehand winner over Medvedev. 3-1. As Pegula serves. An ace. 3-2 Rybakina. Three-two. Is that her husband in the house? Is he there? He usually doesn't come to the tennis, does he? Maybe. Anyways, Rybakina gets the 4-2. I can't tell. He's wearing a hat. All right, Draper holds. There's a guy in this picture, the guy that is in the stands. Is this man in the house? Can somebody confirm that? Is this guy sitting? I think it is him. It is? It's him in the hat. Yeah. On the far right. Like he's closest to the... Yeah, okay. So that is him. He never comes to things, right? Anyway, it's 4-2. Does he come to the American tournaments? He must. Maybe. All right, back into serves. The back of Pegula. She comes to the net, and that works. Just puts the pressure on Rybakina to try pass her, and she missed it. All right, 4-3, Rybakina. Back on serve. Serve at the back of Rybakina. Return into the forehand of Pegula. Rybakina. Forehand again to the slice of Pegula, but Pegula... Oh, it hit the line. All right, and then Pegula goes down the line wide. All right, 5-3. Man, Pegula worked so hard to get the break back and then loses on that point. 5-3, Rybakina. Pegula serves. In the backhand of Rybakina. Pegula forehand. Into the forehand of Rybakina. Pegula forehand down the middle. Rybakina backhand. Into the backhand of Pegula. Rybakina forehand. Into the forehand of Pegula again. Rybakina. Forehand in the net. Pegula survives, but it's Rybakina's serve. 5-4. She serves for... She serves for the match. Medvedev 30 love with an ace. All right, 5-4 Rybakina. She serves to make the semis. First serve's a fault, second serve. This is a chance for Pegula to get the mini break back. Rybakina serves. Into the backhand of Pegula, return in the net. Great second serve, Rybakina. It just kicked up on Pegula and she just hit the top of the net. It's too good. Match points Rybakina to take her spot in the semis along Sabalenka, Svitolina, Noskova. Rybakina serves. Into the backhand of Pegula, return goes wide, and Rybakina too strong. That's what that was. Rybakina was too strong. And she gets the win. She's now world number 2. The world number 2, Alina Rybakina. And the coaches are all like, Woo, let's go. Woo. They're all giving a little high fives like, woo, we did it. We did it. We did the thing. World number 2, Alina Rybakina. Swiatek drops to 3. And Coco Gauff are fighting for number 4. I mean, it's pretty intense. The next couple of tournaments are going to be pretty intense. Pegula is currently less than 100. She's 70 points behind Coco. Swiatek is now 3rd, and Rybakina has gone up over 100 points in front of Swiatek. Miami's we could still get some changes in Miami, but yeah, Pegula and Coco are fighting, and also Anisimova a little bit fighting for 4th, sorry. As Medvedev with a great rally gets the point with a forehand winner, and it's love 15. Yeah, but even Pegula and Gauff, they could be number 2 in the world of, after Miami. I mean, it's still up for grabs if Rybakina doesn't win the title. Unless if Rybakina does win the title, then she will overtake. She'll create a gap. But yeah. Yep, career high for Rybakina. Number 2 is career high for her. All right, love 15. Medvedev, he wants to finish this match off. He knows Alcaraz is about to start. As Medvedev returns wide, 15-0. Yeah, Rybakina number 2. Huge for Rybakina. All right, Draper serves. Into the forehand of Medvedev. Return goes into the forehand of Draper. Medvedev, forehand down the line as Draper gets it back into the backhand of Medvedev. To the backhand of Draper. Medvedev backhand into their Draper forehand. As Medi goes down the line in the net. It's 30-15. All right, Draper serving again. He serves a fault. Second serve. Serving the backhand of Medvedev. Backhand from Draper. Into the backhand of Medvedev. Forehand from Draper. Into the forehand of Medi, who goes back down the line. And it's a winner. 30-0. All right, 30-0. All right, 30-0. Medvedev looking to get this match, or take care of this match. As Draper serves a fault, second serve. Second serve. Oh, double fault, Draper. Medvedev with the break point to break and serve the match. That was a tied second serve. 30-40. As we had a fault from Draper again. Second serve. Serving to the backhand of Medvedev. Return goes into the forehand of Draper. Medvedev backhand cross in the net. All right, Medvedev making some errors. We get to deuce. As Draper serving again. Medvedev with a backhand. As Draper slice, Medvedev again at the back of Draper, who's starting to rip it. Medvedev in the net. Advantage Draper. All right, if you want to keep watching this Draper-Medvedev match, jump on over here. We do have Alcaraz coming up soon, so don't worry. We got it. Advantage Draper. All right, advantage Draper. As we return it from Medvedev. In the forehand of Draper. Medvedev forehand into the Draper backhand. As Medvedev again to the backhand of Draper. Medvedev forehand again. To the backhand of Draper. Medi's there with his backhand cross court. Draper gets it back with the forehand into the back of Medvedev. To the backhand of Draper. Medvedev backhand slice. Draper on the attack. Hits a drop shot. Medvedev's quick, but hits a slice wide. And Draper keeps the lead. 5-4 Draper. All right. A good win from Rybakina. Pegula just, again, so close in that second set like she was in the WTA finals. But again, Rybakina just so clean in the tiebreak. And she's into the semis. She'll play Svitolina tomorrow. Well, make sure you watch that because we've got Svitolina, Rybakina, Sabalenka, Noskova tomorrow semifinals. All right. Nice work. So now, let's see if Draper can force a third here. And then we've got, obviously, Alcaraz taking on Norrie is also coming up. I don't know if it's a night session, so they kick people out or not, or what, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure how they do the night session. Today, if it's... by the way, Draper's got ice around his neck. He's chugging water. Medvedev just kind of chilling. How do I send money to our man Cam? No, don't worry about it, Andrew. It's all good. You can just keep that to yourself. You enjoy it. Spend it on you. You treat yourself. All right, here we go. Medvedev serving to stay in the set. Defending champion Draper, two-time finalist Medvedev. Norrie and Alcaraz, my faves as a Brit living in Spain. Norrie doesn't get the British love. Yeah, I know. It's fucking crazy. If he was Australian, you don't even know. We wish. Can we have Norrie? We'll take Norrie, please. You can have Draper and Raducanu, and we'll take Norrie. We'll appreciate him. All right, 15 love, good stuff. All right, 15 love. Medvedev serves again. In the backhand Draper, return goes back into Medvedev. Draper forehand to the backhand of Medvedev. Draper forehand again. Goes wide, 30 love. A 30 love. $30 love. 40 love. Good serving, Medi. Medvedev serves. An ace. 5-5. 5-all. Now we'll keep Norrie, thanks. You need him. No Draper, no tennis. All right. That's not true. You got Raducanu as well. 5-5. Draper serves a fault second serve. I've got a forehand backhand rally. Medvedev's backhand now goes into the forehand of Draper, who goes long and is love 15. Love 15. As Draper serves again. Medvedev returns it in to the forehand of Draper. Medvedev forehand goes again to the forehand of Draper. Medvedev forehand again. As Draper gets it back with the forehand into the backhand of Medvedev. Draper. Backhand cross. Medvedev forehand again to the backhand of Draper. Into the backhand of Medvedev. Medi in the net. Draper thought the ball was out on Medvedev's return, but Hawkeye said it was in. And Medvedev saying, Draper did this. Medvedev reckons it should have been his point. I tell you, Medi's got a case there because Draper did. This is a big call. Medvedev has challenged a review because Draper threw his hands up. This is a big call. I didn't think Medvedev would do this. Draper's not happy. He's like, he knows that he did that, but whether or not that distracted Medvedev, I don't think so. I mean, Medvedev made the shot. I don't think Medvedev lost the rally 4 shots later. That wasn't... Even Draper's like, bro, come on. Medi's like, you can't do that in the rally, though. Draper did... But look, Draper did do that. But did it distract Medvedev? No. Draper did go like this because he thought the ball was out by Hawkeye. If Draper loses this point, it'd be a bit silly. Because, if it's a hindrance, Medvedev should have stopped straight away. Or he would have missed it. If he had missed it and then you go, okay, maybe that was the reason why he missed it. But he didn't miss it. But I think Draper's going to lose the point. Because he did do that. He did go like this. Draper's... Okay, I don't like Draper's explanation here. He's trying to pretend like he did it as like he was falling backwards. And that's not... We know that that's not what happened. Like, Draper went like this because he thought the ball was out. And he's like, what do you do? Like, he was asking like, that was out. Ugh, this is so rough. This is so rough. Oh, I don't. This is such a weird call. This is such a tough call because So Draper's claiming that he does that all the time. Like he's running backwards and he's like it's to balance. He did that because the ball was going out. I think he put his hands up slightly because he thought that the ball was going out and he thought the ball was out. He thought he was like asking like, hang on, what the hell? That was out. Like, arguing with Hawkeye. I gotta be honest, I don't think Draper should lose the point. It should be a replay. Because Medvedev didn't lose the point. And if it had been a hindrance and he'd lost the point and Medvedev had missed the rally, like hitting the net, I don't know. I know the rule is like, I don't know. It's like reviewing it like 4 shots later is crazy. I think that's just crazy. And I know Medvedev has every right to review it, but I don't think it should have been Draper's lost point. I feel like that's harsh. That's too hard. That's harsh. Hey, Andrew, thank you for the $20. Appreciate that. I hope Cam has a girlfriend. If he doesn't, first drink on me for first date. Well, we're going to the footy tonight, so I'll use that. Thank you for the 20. Appreciate that. My wife isn't here right now, but yeah. Yeah, they're not happy in the stadium either. At such an important point for Draper as well. Love 30 is harsh. And look, Medvedev didn't do anything wrong. He was asking the question. The umpire, I mean, she should have called it straight away. See, that was the problem. The problem was that when Draper did that, the umpire should have said hindrance. She let it go. And then Medvedev was the one who said, wait a second. Like, after the rally was over and he lost the point after 5 more shots, that feels weird to me. I don't like that. It should have been a replay at best. Draper, that was not fair. I don't think that was fair. Like, did Draper do this? Yes. But did it distract Medvedev? Questionable. But then again, if he shouted, that's a hindrance. But I don't like the whole 4 shots later. Like, oh, the rally ends and then you go, hang on, he did a thing in the middle of the rally. But you got to call it at the time. It's like when the ball goes out, right? There's a rule that, isn't the rule like you have to review on the spot? You can't review 4 shots later? But maybe they changed the rule. Maybe that's why he could review. I don't know. I think that's harsh. I think it's harsh for Draper, especially at this moment. Medvedev breaks. And look, again, it's not Medi's fault. He has every right to review. It comes down to the umpire. She should have called it straight away. She shouldn't have let it run. If it was a hindrance and if it was a distraction, she should have said, hey, you did the thing like you put your hands up. Hindrance. She didn't. She missed that. And now Draper's broken. And we're going to hear about it. It's just harsh. Is it the right call? Did he hinder? I mean, yeah, he did kind of like, he did shrug his shoulders and like put his hands up, but it feels very, it feels like kind of like when Luka got fined $50,000 for going like this when he got fouled. And you go, really? For this? It's harsh. And Draper put his hands up because he thought the ball was out. And that's fair enough because he's like, oh, what the hell? What was that? Was that out? But then Medvedev 5 shots later. That's not, you're watching in real time even then and you're like, Draper was just like, well, I guess that was in. And then he keeps playing the point. Come on. That's so harsh. In real time. And Medvedev said, I can't, but Medvedev should have stopped the point straight away if he didn't like it. That's what I don't like about it. Yes, Draper did this, but Medi should have been like, that distracted me. He shouldn't have, if they play on, it should be a play on. It should be play on. That's harsh. I think that's too harsh. And look, like and Medi would have won the point anyway had he have called it straight away. The fact they played on and the umpire didn't call it, like, come on. That sucks for Draper. Again, not Medi's fault. He's not meant to call the hindrance. But the replay 5 shots later, I don't know. At 5-all, when Draper's, trying to win the second, to stay alive, like the whole situation just doesn't feel right. Anyways, Draper with the backhand, but he hits it out and it's 15-love. Yeah, I mean, Chad, what do you think? By the way, there's a party going on in the Alcaraz court. Jeez, they got strobe lights and stuff. 15-love. $15-love. There's a backhand return from Draper. Goes in the backhand of Medvedev. Draper hits it out, though. 30-love. 30-love. Medi did nothing wrong. I mean, it's the umpire's fault. Yeah. I mean, it's the umpire's job to call hindrance. Medvedev was just asking the question, and he has every right to review, right? Medvedev has every right to review, but it's the umpire, it's the rule, and it's also the umpire who missed the hindrance in the first place. That's where the blame should be. It just sucks. It sucks for Draper because, he was hanging in there, right? Now he's in big trouble. Forehand now goes into the backhand of Medvedev, but Medi hits it. So Draper hits it out. Medvedev with the match points. Would it have changed the result? Who knows? But man, it just doesn't feel... It just feels like Draper got a little bit screwed over there. By the rules. The rules screwed him. Forehand out from Medvedev. That's good to the forehand of Draper. And Draper's shot go long. Medvedev wins. This will be a bit of a conversation in the press conference, I'm sure. And Draper's saying, it's okay, man. Like, Draper's fine. All right. By the way, Medvedev, but Draper's like, no hard feelings, but by the way, Medvedev said the right thing there. He said, I just asked the question. And that's so true. He just, like, again, that's why it's not Medi's fault. Medi asked the question. He said to the umpire, hey, when he did this, is that a hindrance? And she went upstairs to say, review this. and then it got reversed. Medvedev wasn't like, hey, he distracted me. Oh, I lost the point because Medvedev just was asking a question. And then they reversed the decision. It was, again, nothing that Medvedev didn't do anything wrong. He just asked the question, when Draper did this, should that be a hindrance? And it was. It was called a hindrance afterwards, right? I just don't think a hindrance should be called like, if it doesn't hinder you in the moment, like, is a hindrance, like, I don't know. I feel like a hindrance is like, I mean, the umpire should call it, right? Because if somebody yells and screams or whatever during a point, that's a hindrance. During the shot, and Medvedev didn't miss the shot. So how much did it hinder him? I don't know. Would Draper have come back and won? Who knows? It was an important moment for Draper, not for Medvedev was winning still, but yeah, that was. I just feel like he got screwed over a little bit, Draper. That was hard done by. We'll talk about it in the next match. Jump on over because we had Alcaraz taking on Norrie. Final match of the quarterfinals. Jump on over, and we'll discuss this further. But man, that was a bit of a brutal way to finish. Look, Medvedev did nothing wrong. Draper, I don't think he did anything wrong. He literally just went like this and in the middle of a point, and all of a sudden that's illegal. So brutal for Draper. But hey, look, still had a great win against Djokovic. Quarterfinals and backing up the tournament that you won last year. Medvedev's into the semis, and we're going to find out who Medvedev's going to play because we've got Alcaraz taking on Norrie next.